Hey there, gearheads! If you love 50s, 60s, and 70s American classics, our YouTube channel is made just for you. From muscle cars to vintage pickups, we bring you history, restorations, and pure nostalgia. Hit subscribe and support us. Let's keep the golden era of cars alive. Join the ride now. Cars sparkle.
Number 3. The Dart started as a full-size car in 1960, then downsized to a compact in 1963. This back and forth confused buyers and diluted the brand identity for a time. Early styling was polarizing. The 1960-61 Darts had wild Exner-era tail fins and heavy chrome that didn't age well. Many critics and buyers found them too flashy or awkwardly proportioned, especially compared to sleeker imports. Like many cars of the era, body corrosion was a real problem, especially in northern climates. Floor pans, rocker panels, and rear wheel wells were common rust points. Early base Darts had slant-six engines with modest power, and some automatic transmissions, like the early push-button Torque Flight, weren't always smooth. Not everyone was thrilled with the driving dynamics of the cheapest models. Unless you sprang for GT or GTS trims, the Dart's cabin was usually plain and utilitarian, with vinyl seats, limited sound insulation, and very few luxury options. Legendary slant-six engine. The Dart's 225 cubic inch, 3.7 litre, slant-six became known for being nearly indestructible. It was durable, torquey, easy to maintain, and ran forever. A favourite of both mechanics and budget-conscious drivers. As Dodge shifted the Dart into the compact class in 1963, it hit a sweet spot. It was roomy enough for a family, yet small enough to be efficient and manoeuvrable, especially in city driving. In the late 60s, Dodge offered high-performance versions like the Dart GTS and Dart 340, with powerful small-block V8s. The 1968-69 Dart GTS with a 383 V8 was a serious street sleeper. With basic models like the Dart Swinger, Dodge gave young drivers and working families a car that was cheap to own and run, yet still tough enough to last through hard use. The Dart was built with rugged suspension components and a strong unibody structure. It could take abuse and was widely used in fleets, including police and taxi service. Thanks to the Mopar parts ecosystem, the Dart became a favourite among hot rodders. It was easy to drop in a V8, swap parts, and customize on a budget. Dart GT, a sporty trim introduced in the mid-1960s with bucket seats and trim upgrades. Dart GTS, high-performance trim with V8 power and muscle car looks. Dart Swinger, introduced in 1969, a budget-friendly coupe that became iconic. Demon, 1971-72. A controversial but sporty Dart variant with bold styling and a 340 V8. It was the kind of car that didn't seek the spotlight, but quietly delivered value, performance, and durability over a long production run. Number 2. Unsafe at any speed? The Corvair became infamous after Ralph Nader's 1965 book, Unsafe at Any Speed, which claimed the early Corvair had a dangerous swing-axle rear suspension that could cause rollovers during sharp turns. This tanked its reputation, despite later engineering improvements. Rear engines were rare in American cars. The Corvair's air-cooled, rear-mounted flat-six engine gave it unusual handling. And while innovative, it was poorly understood by mechanics and owners alike. The air-cooled engine meant no traditional heater core. Instead, heat came from air ducted off the engine. which was often slow to warm up, smelly, or ineffective in cold climates. Early Corvairs weren't always built to last, especially in salt-prone regions. Rust was common, particularly in the floor and lower body panels. Truly innovative for its time, the 1960 Corvair was a radical departure from GM's big chrome-heavy sedans. It was compact, rear-engined, and air-cooled, something no other major US automaker had done at scale. Powered by a 2.3-litre flat-six, 80 horsepower, the Corvair was smooth, simple, and lightweight. No radiator, no antifreeze, fewer parts to break. Despite early criticism, the Corvair's all-independent suspension gave it handling far more agile than most American sedans of the day. With its compact size, nimble handling, and lack of a front-mounted engine, the Corvair was praised for having a European-style ride, something rare from Detroit at the time. The 1960 model came as a four-door sedan with coupes, wagons, vans, and pickups added later. It was versatile and appealed to a wide market. While not in 1960, the Corvair eventually became the first American production car with a turbocharged engine. In the Monza Spider 1962, foreshadowing modern tech. No radiator grille, because it didn't need one. The nose of the Corvair is smooth and minimalist, standing out from its chrome-laden competitors. Aluminum engine block, lightweight and modern for its time. Motor Trend's 1960 Car of the Year. The press initially loved it before safety concerns took over. Though the Corvair is remembered for its safety controversy, it's now respected as a bold experiment by GM. Its lightweight design, air-cooled engine and rear-drive layout made it truly unique in American automotive history. Number 1. Basic interior. The Falcon was affordable, and it felt that way inside. The interior was plain, lacking the chrome flash and gadgets of larger Fords. The base 144 cubic inch, 2.4-litre inline-six only made about 85 horsepower, which made performance modest at best, especially by American standards. Compared to the flashy Chevy Corvair or even the upcoming Mustang, the Falcon looked safe. Some found it bland, though it was clean and functional. In 1962, the Falcon still didn't offer a V8. It was stuck with inline-six options, not great for performance enthusiasts, though that would change soon after Ford's first true compact success. The Falcon was Ford's answer to the growing demand for smaller, more efficient cars in the US. It was lightweight, simple, and affordable, perfect for young families and first-time buyers. You could get a 144 cubic inch or 170 cubic inch inline-six, both air-breathing workhorses. Paired with a 3-speed manual or Ford-O-Matic automatic, it delivered reliable and economical driving. While no hybrid, the Falcon could return up to 25 miles per gallon, a huge plus during an era of gas-guzzling land yachts. Sedan, coupe, wagon, and even a ranchero, car-truck hybrid. This made the Falcon super versatile. There was a version for everyone. Weighing under 2,500 pounds, the Falcon was nimble, easy to park, and easy on tires and brakes. Platform for the Mustang, the first-generation Mustang, 1964.5, was actually based on the Falcon platform, proving how solid and flexible the Falcon's design was. Futura trim. In 1962, the Falcon introduced the Futura trim, which brought upgraded interiors, bucket seats, and a sportier look. Popular worldwide, the Falcon was also sold in Canada, Mexico, and Australia, where it developed a cult following, especially in Australia, where it lived on into the 2000s. The 1962 Ford Falcon may not have been flashy, but it was Ford's quiet champion. It helped bridge the gap between giant 1950s sedans and the sleeker, sportier cars of the late 60s. Most importantly, it laid the groundwork for one of America's most iconic cars, the Mustang.